We start on the storm watch. We hear the rain coming down over our studio right now, just pounding. Thank you for being with us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. We do have a lot to cover. Just take a look at the damage from this storm tonight. This was near Alhambra Boulevard by Highway 50 and Business 80. The power went out because of this. SMUD says they hope to have it back on before you wake up in the morning.
Our Garshpal Sangha has been following the crews around who are trying to fix this kind of damage. Garshpal, give us an update. How strong is the storm where you are right now?
Yeah, Laura, right now the storm is not as strong as expected to be as we get into the night. Right now we got some light rain coming down, not a lot of wind, but we know that's going to change as we go into the night. But that wind gust certainly caused a lot of problems. And this is one of those problems right here, as that wind gust around 5 p.m. this evening, forcing some of the tree limbs to come down on these power lines. And this is part of the video that you just saw about a minute ago. So crews are here fixing that power pole that snapped up there. And so they have a new power pole that they have to take care of this. But for these crews, they were ready for this and they were expecting this. Another winter storm bringing heavy rain and wind to Northern California. Officials worried about localized flooding and downed trees or limbs, forcing first responders, maintenance, and utility crews to be on their toes.
We're in a good position for this storm because we have been preparing all year long. We've got extra crews on hand.
Strong wind gusts early this evening causing trees to collide with power lines. SMUD crews working to restore power in Orangeville. And for people living in East Sacramento, a large tree branch fell on power lines on Alhambra Boulevard and S Street, forcing more than 100 homes to lose power, while PG&E crews helping restore power to a few thousand homes left in the dark in West Sacramento. The impactful storm causing difficult driving conditions, first responders asking drivers to take it easy.
If you do encounter standing water, don't drive through it, turn around. We say turn around, don't drown, because we can't tell you how many times we've had vehicles that go through standing water, they get stuck, now they're trapped, and they need us to come out to rescue them.
And back out here live as SMUD crews continue to work on this power pole. About 124 homes have been impacted by this. So the last update that we received from the SMUD outage map is that this work is probably going to be completed around 6 a.m. So just kind of tells you the changing of conditions that they continue to deal with. But we will continue to follow this story, and they're going to be ready for whatever the storm brings. Laura?
Yeah, Garshpal, those crews all hands on deck working through the night. Our Garshpal Sangha live in the elements tonight. Thank you.
Meanwhile, take a look at the trucks staging to head up Donner Summit and then back down into the valley. They are certainly facing some wet conditions tonight.
Yeah, you can say that again, Chris. Taking a live look over a soggy Sacramento tonight. It has been a wet day across our region. Monica, you're also tracking that snow and wind. How's it looking for the morning commute?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag because the worst of the wind is already done, but the rain, the heaviest, is heading in right now. So the flooding issues are going to accumulate for tonight. As far as the snow, it's been coming and going throughout the course of the evening. Heavier along I-80 and points northward. We actually have some pockets of dry weather south of Highway 50. Let's get to the specifics here. Woodland, Davis with some heavier rain, as well as Elk Grove. Just off to the west of Sacramento towards West Sacramento, some heavier rain right now. In the northern San Joaquin Valley near Modesto, some heavier rain. There's a batch of rain getting ready to move through Stockton. Again, all of this moving from the west over to the east. Now, again, in the 80-50 corridor, the bigger impacts have certainly been along I-80. Highway 50, real spotty. In fact, there's no chain controls in effect. We've got spotty snow showers south of that for places like Arnold, Sonora, Groveland, all rain right now. But as that snow line drops, we anticipate we'll see some snow at that elevation. Winter storm warning in effect through Friday. Flood watch in effect through Friday morning as well. Our wind advisory, now that is in place through early tomorrow, but the winds are already starting to calm down. That's the good news, because earlier tonight they were at about 40 to 45 miles per hour in the valley, over 50 miles per hour for Placerville. Sustained winds closer to about 15 to 25 miles per hour, and we're going to see that calm throughout the evening. Temperature-wise, we're still in the 50s for the valley, above the freezing mark for Truckee at 39 degrees. Heaviest rain comes to an end for tonight. We'll still see periods of scattered showers with that risk of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, but this storm is far from done. Plus, storm system number 2. A lot to forecast on that coming